What if I told you that everything you believe is a lie? That your school, your parents, your teachers, your friends, they're all part of a system that programmed you for poverty. That every single day you wake up and go to class or work, you're just making them richer. That the money you don't have is actually lying right at your feet, but you can't see it because you were taught not to see it. What if I told you that I've been inside that system? I'm Luthor. I've seen how it works. I've seen how it creates poor people so the rich can stay rich. I've seen ordinary students, no connections, no money, no talent, crack that system and start making thousands while their classmates whined about debt. They're not smarter than you. They're not better than you. They just learned what you haven't. What if I told you I could teach you that in 1 hour? That I could show you the mechanics, the algorithm, the map that turns your $100 into $10,000 in 30 days. Not theory, not motivation, not empty promises, real, proven systems that work, right now, in this room, with your phone, with your hands. But there's a catch. This knowledge is dangerous. If you take it in, you'll never be the same. You'll stop being convenient. You'll stop being a cog. You'll become a threat to the system. And the system doesn't forgive those who break free. Are you ready to hear the truth? Or would you rather stay in your room with an empty wallet and that feeling that life is passing you by? If you're scared, turn this off. I won't be offended. But if you stay, you'll learn something that will change your life forever. First secret. You think you need money to make money? No. You think you need experience? No. You think you need connections? No. All you need is the ability to see what others don't see. The ability to find pain. The ability to close it. And I'm Luthor, and I'm going to show you how the ones who've already won do it. Story. Sarah, 19, Texas. She worked at a cafe for $9 an hour. She hated her life, but she could write. She signed up on Upwork and, like 98% of students, got 0 orders in her first week. Because she did what everyone does. She wrote, "I'm a student, I can write, I'm responsible." Nobody cares. But Sarah found a secret move. She analyzed 50 top freelancer profiles. She noticed they all used the same structure: work samples, reviews, certificates. She copied that. But she added one thing nobody else had. She created a specific value offer. Instead of "I can write content," she wrote, "I see your last post got 200 likes. I can get it to 1,000 in 2 weeks. Here's how." She stopped selling a service. She started selling a result. Upwork's algorithm pushed her to the top. She got her first order within 6 hours. Why did it work? Because clients aren't looking for a writer. They're looking for a solution. They don't want to pay for hours. They want to pay for results. Get it? You have to sell results, not time. If you don't understand that, you'll never make more than $10 an hour. Let's dig deeper. You can apply this principle to anything. Don't sell your skills, sell the transformation. The client isn't buying your hours. They're buying what they'll become after you work. Ask yourself, what's your client's problem? How will they change after buying your product? Put it in one sentence. That's your hook. Without that hook, you're just one of 1,000. Second story. The McKinney brothers, Kirk and Jacob, they started with trash. Literally. They pulled junk out of people's garages and resold it. They bought a truck for $4,000 and started hauling junk for a small fee, while cleaning, restoring, and flipping anything valuable. But their real secret was different. They learned that in the US there's an unwritten rule. At the end of every month, people put old furniture on the curb before moving. It's not advertised. It's not in any law. But insiders know it. They made a map of neighborhoods with the dates and places of the biggest curb drops. They drove out exactly on those days. They picked up sofas, tables, cabinets, chairs, anything they could sell. Then they cleaned, painted, restored, and flipped for 500 to 1,000% markup. They also made a secret deal with local realtors. Realtors gave them addresses of clients moving out, and the brothers gave the realtors 10% of their profit. First month, they made $2,100. 6 months later, $25,000. 1 year, $200,000. By 2025, their business brought in $3,040,000 in revenue. They're not geniuses, They just knew when and where to look. Now it's your turn. Find your own map. What are people throwing away? What don't they value? What are they willing to give away for free? Where's the surplus? Where's the inefficiency? Every market has dead zones. Your job is to find them and bring them back to life. For example, if you live in a college town, every semester students dump textbooks, furniture, clothes. You can collect and resell them online. Or you can offer a junk removal service. The McKinney model works everywhere people move or redecorate. Third story, Jake Pekarski, Wisconsin. It snows there. People hate shoveling. Jake bought a shovel for $30 and started offering to clear driveways. But he used a secret trick. He didn't sell shoveling, he sold safety. He'd call and say, "You know your neighbor got a $500 fine last year for an uncleared sidewalk. I can clear yours for $35 and save you that risk. But I'm only offering this now. If you wait until winter, the price goes up to $60. He created artificial scarcity. He sold 17 clients in the first week. He sold peace of mind. And people will pay far more for peace of mind than for snow removal. Why did that work? Because people fear losses more than they desire gains. It's called prospect theory. If you show someone they could lose $500, they're far more likely to pay $35 to avoid it. Got it? Sell the removal of fear, not just a service. That works every time. Jake scaled by hiring other students and making it a system. He built a website where people could book online and automated job assignment. He turned one shovel into a business turning over tens of thousands. Fourth story, Sabrina, a freshman. She does nails in her dorm. She didn't set a fixed price. She used scarcity. She said, "I only take 3 bookings a day. If you want one, book early." That created demand. She raised her price from $20 to $35 per session, and clients didn't drop, they increased. She used social proof. She'd photograph results and post on Instagram stories. Other students saw their friends going to Sabrina, and they wanted in too. Now she makes $300 to $500 a month. No salon, no staff. Your lesson? Create scarcity. Limit the number of spots, products, time. Say it's a limited offer. That forces people to act now. Add social proof. Show others already bought, already benefited. Those are powerful sales levers. Sabrina could have scaled by training her friends, but she chose quality and exclusivity, and that's a valid strategy too. Fifth story, Mark from California, a student. He started tutoring math over Zoom. He charged $20 an hour. But he quickly realized his clients didn't just want explanations, they wanted a guarantee they'd pass the exam. So he created a checklist and a money-back guarantee if the student failed. He raised his price to $50 an hour and got twice as many clients. He sold exam success, not hourly time. 3 months later, he was making $3,000 a month working evenings. Sixth story, 2 girls from Florida, Emily and Jessica, started selling lemonade on the beach. But they didn't just sell drinks. They decorated their stand in an Instagram style, gave creative names to each drink, and posted photos on social media. They sold not lemonade, but an experience. Over the summer, they cleared $12,000 net. They hired 2 helpers and expanded to the next beach. All they did was turn plain lemonade into a memorable moment. Now that you know these stories, let's look at the big picture. What do they all have in common? They found loopholes. They bypassed the system. They didn't play by the rules, they made their own rules. And what are you doing? You're playing by rules imposed on you. School, college, job, debt, death. That's not life. That's a conveyor belt, a machine that processes people into resource. Think it's an accident? No. It's design. The system doesn't want free minds. It wants obedient workers. It gives you education to overload your brain. It gives you loans to tie you to the bank. It gives you jobs so you sell your time. It feeds you news so you fear success. And you believe it. You believe the rich are evil, money is dirty, and you should be content with little. That's a lie. And I'm Luthor, and I'm here to shatter it. You're not a slave. You're a creator. You just forgot. I'm Luthor, and I'm reminding you. Now that you see the cage, let's build a bridge. I've broken the path to freedom into 4 steps. 4 weeks, 4 stages. Step 1. Find the pain. Get out of your room. Ask your friends what bugs them. Ask your parents what they spend money on and hate. Write down 20 problems. Don't look for ideas, look for pain. Where there's pain, there's money. If you don't know where to start, take a piece of paper and write 10 things you hate about your life. That's your niche. Step 2. Build a tool. Don't build a website. Don't code an app. Start small. A profile on Upwork. 1 TikTok video. A shovel and flyers. Nail polish. A minimal working tool. Ask yourself, what's the smallest product I can create to fix this problem? Make it in 1 day. Step 3. Sell. Don't wait for clients. Go to them. Write, call, knock on doors. Your goal is to get 1 yes. 1 person must say yes. That changes everything. When you get that first yes, you'll know it's possible. It'll be your trigger. Step 4. Scale. Take what works and do it 10 times more. Raise prices. Find new clients. Add channels. Automate. Once you have a system, you can scale it infinitely. But there's one hidden step. Step 5. Mindset. You have to stop thinking like a victim. Stop looking for excuses. Accept that you're responsible for your own life. And that's the hardest part. Now, this is why you came. Real numbers, not promises, not theories, what already happened. Sarah, copywriting on Upwork. Week 1, 0. Week 2, 45. First order at 15 for 500 words. Week 3, 220, 4 orders at 55. Week 4, 480, 6 orders at 80. Month 3, 3,200. Month 6, 7,200. The McKinney brothers, junk hauling. Week 1, 0. Bought a truck. Week 2, 300. Week 3, 900. Week 4, 2,100. Month 6, 25,000. Year 2, 3,040,000 revenue. Jake Pekarski, snow shoveling. Week 1, 0. Bought a shovel. Week 2, 200. 6 clients at 35 an hour. Week 3, 600. 17 clients. Week 4, 1,200. Over winter, 12,000 clear. Sabrina, dorm nails. Week 1, 0. Bought polish. Week 2, 80. 4 clients at 20. Week 3, 180. 9 clients. Week 4, 320. 16 clients. Month 2, 500. Mark, math tutor. Week 1, 0. Created profile. Week 2, 120. 4 hours at 30. Week 3, 400. 8 hours at 50. Week 4, 700. 14 hours. Month 3, 3,000. Emily and Jessica Lemonade. Week 1, 0. Bought supplies. Week 2, 300. Week 3, 800. Week 4, 1,500. Over summer, 12,000 clear. These numbers prove one thing. The first month is a warm-up. You won't make $1 million in week 1, but after 2 to 3 months, you'll hit serious money if you don't quit. It's maths, not luck. I've given you the skeleton, I've given you examples, I've given you numbers, but there's something else. What I can't say openly. My personal archive. A document that contains the secret moves they don't talk about. Sarah's script that got her first order in 6 hours. The McKinney's map with dates and places to find free furniture. Jake's script that sells snow removal as insurance. A Shopify page template that converts 40% better than standard. A list of 50 money-making ideas, online and offline, that work right now. A step-by-step automation plan to scale without increasing your working hours. A checklist of beginner mistakes so you don't fall into the same traps. This isn't a course, it's a dossier, my personal system. I've been building it for years. I'm not selling you a dream, I'm selling you a weapon. It costs $22, the price of one pizza, and it'll pay for itself tomorrow the moment you use even one script. Link in the description. You can walk away, or take it and change everything. But be warned, this knowledge is dangerous. Once you use it, you'll never be the same. You'll stop being convenient, you'll become a threat to the system. That'll be your first step to freedom. You know what's the scariest thing? It's not that you won't make money. It's that a year from now you'll be sitting in the same room, watching the same video, and regretting that you didn't start today. You'll remember this moment. You'll remember you had a choice, and you chose to stay. The system did everything to make you scared, to make you doubt, to make you stay put. And it works. 99% of people live like that. Do you want to be one of them? You're not the 99%. You're the one who watched to the end, the one who heard the truth. Now you have a choice. Close this video and forget, or take a step and start building your empire. Write "I'm in the comments. That's your promise to yourself. I'll read them. I'll respond. In the next video, I'll break down 3 comments and show what they did in a week. This isn't just a video. It's part of the Luthor Syndicate system. We don't give advice, we give weapons. We don't teach you to believe, we teach you to do. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. The next video is my personal challenge, from $100 to $10,000 in real time. You'll see my mistakes, you'll see my wins, you'll see real numbers. Don't miss it. This is Luthor Syndicate. I've opened the system for you. I've shown you where the money lies. Now it's up to you. The game is rigged, but you can win. Or you can lose without even trying. The choice is yours, always yours.